Well, you know, cigarettes have a tremendous effect on the body in a lot of negative ways. Cigarettes affect your heart, obviously lungs, can cause emphysema, heart disease, can cause cancer in many different areas of the body, including the mouth, larynx, throat, lungs, and that can spread to many different areas of the body as well. And actually taking in nicotine has a tremendous effect on the body as well, as nicotine is a vasoconstrictor. And after smoking, within a few minutes, the capillaries and the veins in the body begin to constrict, and which cuts off oxygen supply to the muscles, which causes basically the same effect as fear. And when the muscles are not getting the oxygen they need, they begin to tighten up and close down. And within a few minutes, people have the desire to smoke another cigarette because they're looking for the same relaxation that they get from the cigarette they had just finished. And it's because that nicotine is actually kicking in, as well as the other 800 carcinogens and the poisons. But it begins to close everything off, and the body really reacts as if it's going through a state of fear. And it really has a tremendous effect on the entire body, as well as the mind. Because when you get that fear, that feeling of fear, the mind reacts in the same way as if you have been experiencing something that really terrified you. And it's just looking for a way to relax, to pull away from that scared feeling. And that's why people want to have another cigarette soon after they've finished one, because the body is looking for a way to relax. Now, when someone smokes a cigarette, they're actually taking in more oxygen than they would when they breathe normally. Because most people, if you watch them and they take in a nice deep breath, you'll find that the chest begins to tighten up, the shoulders tighten up, and that's where we find stress in our body anyway when we do become stressed out. But when people are smoking a cigarette, they're relaxed. They're bringing in oxygen, actually using the diaphragm, which is pulling that smoke all the way down into the lower lobes of the lungs, which is where more vascular system is. And at that point, the body is bringing in more oxygen, and it's finding that relaxation, that comfort that it needs, that it's expecting from that cigarette. Of course, then a couple minutes later, you go back through the same process, where the veins and the capillaries begin to close off and cause that stress again.